Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel Tarot Z. I'm Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages that come through with the cards that come out in this reading for you today. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin and find out what comes out with the cards. So we have the Hierophant, and we do have Taurus energy with the Hierophant. You could be dealing with a Taurus. And we have the Four of Pentacles that's showing up in the reverse, and we have the Two of Pentacles also in the reverse. At the bottom of the deck we have the Wheel of Fortune. So with the Wheel of Fortune showing up over here, this does feel like a situation where something is happening in divine timing. I do feel like they could have been a long time coming, feeling like something is even really, there's a sense of being at a place where there's a sense of feeling like something is worth the wait. I do feel like with this wheel, this does feel like very fortunate energy. So I do feel that there's even a sense of being surprised pleasantly when it comes to the current situation right now. With the wheel, this does also feel like an energy of really going through a lot of ups and downs. So I do feel like this does feel like experiencing a lot of changes in a short period of time. And I do feel like this does also feel like a little bit of a roller coaster, especially emotionally. With the Hierophant showing up over here, this does feel like energy of really choosing to take the more traditional routes when it comes to the way in which somebody's approaching things. I do feel that when it comes to the way this person feels about you, they're quite committed. They are available in that sense for you. I also feel like with this Hierophant that they take you quite seriously. I do feel like with the Hierophant, this also feels like an energy of even being able to really draw a lot of knowledge from something higher and beyond just themselves and their own perspective. But when it comes to tackling and approaching situations with you, they are leaning on another guidance. They do feel like this could be religion, this could also be spirituality, or something that this person really tries to abide by. And I do feel like with the Hierophant, this feels like an energy of them taking you quite seriously. And with this Hierophant, this also feels like committed energy. So I do feel like this person is quite invested and quite committed. There's a desire to be able to enter into something that's going to lead to a commitment. And I do feel like with the Four of Pentacles, this does feel like an energy of opening up. I do feel like this does feel like being able to actually get to a place with this person where it's like you're getting to a place where you're beginning to let this person in. With the Four of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, I do feel like this feels like a gradual unfolding, and it does feel like also being in a space where the situation is really calling for a sense of safety and even just a sense of comfort enough to be able to open up to this person and even share with this person. I do feel like with the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, this does also feel like a generous energy. So I do feel like even just being able to experience being in a position to help this person, or being able to actually receive and be open to letting this person help you as well. So we do have the Two of Pentacles showing up in the reverse. With this card showing up in the reverse, I do feel like this is really about having a sense of taking organization seriously in order to be able to actually be able to prioritize things. Do you feel like there is a sense of prioritizing your connection and even prioritizing you? So when it comes to the actions that this person is taking towards you and this connection, I do feel that with this Two of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, this does also feel like a sense of actually getting to a place where everything is more manageable. And I do feel like there's a sense of having an idea and having things in order and not being too overwhelmed, especially with this connection. I do feel like with this Two of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, this is also an energy of really setting a focus in this connection. There is the sense of not being distracted, and I do feel like because of that, there's an ability to show up wholly present. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have the Queen of Swords underneath this Hierophant card. And we have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. And we have the Magician. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Temperance. So we do have Sagittarius energy with the Temperance card, and we have Gemini energy with the Magician card. So with this Queen of Swords card showing up underneath this Hierophant, with this Queen of Swords showing up over here, I do really feel like the communication is one that is very important. I do feel like when it comes to the way this person feels about you, there's a seriousness. I do feel like even just in the way that they are communicating things, there is a conversation over here that also brings some clarity to the situation and how they feel about you. I do feel like this person has clarity, and I do feel like there's also an energy of being in a space where they take quite seriously the way that their standards and the way that they want to approach this situation and this connection with you. I do feel like they actually communicate that with you. With this Queen of Swords, it does feel like an energy of being able to stand up for standards. And I do feel like when it comes to this connection, there is a sense of deliberately choosing you and being able to actually consider in what way you may work with this person. And I do feel like this person is choosing you for a reason. We do have the Five of Pentacles showing up in the reverse. But this card showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of actually being able to experience a sense of warmth in this connection. I do feel like there's also a sense of actually experiencing healing. I do feel like with the Five of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, that there's also an energy of being open to the idea that this connection is one where you can feel safe and you can trust someone, or you can trust the situation. I also feel that with the Five of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, you may have had your doubts when it comes to whether this person would either abandon you or would leave you in a position where you feel rejected in one way or another. But I do feel like with this card showing up in the reverse, it's like they are kind of showing up in a way that really defies those ideas. With the Magician card showing up over here, this does feel like a proactive energy. With this card showing up underneath this Two of Pentacles, I do feel like this is about being able to actually put into action a lot of things when it comes to what is desired within this connection. I do feel like with this does also feel like being able to actually manifest something in this connection. I do feel like this person is somebody who is going to make things happen in the sense that they're going to go after what they want. And I do feel like with this connection and with taking action towards things, there is an energy of being in a space of being proactive and taking action towards things. But also when it comes to being able to actually anticipate problems and actually doing something about that, I do feel like with this Magician card showing up over here, this does feel like taking actions, and it does feel like an energy of really being in a position where somebody feels quite excited about a connection. I do also feel like it feels like getting what they want. I do feel like with the Temperance card showing up over here, this does also feel like that divine timing being at play within your connection. I do feel like with the Temperance card showing up over here that this is a very patient energy. I also feel like it is one that also feels quite harmonious and does feel like there is a harmonious flow. I do feel like that with that Temperance card showing up over here, that there is also a sense of being able to be connected in this connection in a way where things can unfold at their own pace. And I do feel like that with even with the Wheel of Fortune, and I do feel like there's something very deeply meaningful in this connection. I also feel like there's something quite spiritual also within this connection. It's like a spiritual connection as well. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have Neptune with sacrifice, and we have 7th house with partners. And we have Mercury with mind. So this Neptune card showing up over here, I really do feel this is a pretty deep connection, and I do feel like even for this person, it's like it's impacting them on a deep level. I do feel like when it comes to this connection, it's like there is nothing this person wouldn't do in order to be able to actually have this connection with you, and I also feel like show up for you in this connection. They do take it quite seriously, but with this Neptune card showing up over here, I also feel like when it comes to the feelings they have for you, it's reaching a point of unconditional. And I do feel like with that, with the Neptune card showing up over here, that the connection is a spiritual one as well. Do feel like with the 7th house card showing up over here, this does feel like a strong partnership between two people. I do feel like with the 7th house energy, this also feels like a connection that is practically also works, but I also feel that there is also a sense of being connected on a deep level as well. With the 7th house card showing up over here, this does feel like a very compatible union between two people who make good partners. I do feel like you also have the same goals for the outcome of this connection. And I do feel like there is an energy of working well together towards that goal. With the Mercury card showing up over here, I'm getting this pertaining to the Magician card. There's a strong mental connection over here, and I do feel like there is also a sense of being able to experience a good understanding of each other because of coming from the same place. I do feel like there is communication over here, and I also feel that with this Mercury card showing up over here, this does also feel like that intellectual connection is quite important in this connection. I also feel that it's quite strong as well. So I do get that the Queen of Swords, this also feels like an energy of communication and being able to experience that sense of being on the same page in this connection. And I also get that with the Magician card. So I do feel like there are quite significant changes coming up for this connection with the Wheel card showing up over here. And I also feel that within this connection, it is one that makes you feel. I do feel like with this Wheel card showing up over here, there could be experiences of really experiencing the extremes of feelings when it comes to this connection. But I do feel like on a deep level, there is a very strong bond between the two of you. And I also feel that when it comes to also the practical side of things, there is this sense of wanting to be able to make things happen in this connection and be of service to each other in a practical way, with this Hierophant and this 5 of Pentacles showing up in the reverse. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Sagittarius, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Sagittarius.